Hi, this is Checkdot Boundary, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do a prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we do lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark it on your calendar so you don't miss out. Let's get started with the card of the day from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Now, the information coming from the universe to us is: my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. So right up there with the law of attraction, law of action. There's the artwork for everybody to see. Very nice. Okay. We got a lot of people coming on to the chat already. We got Pop Rocks. We got Bob Job. And a new person, Nura Estaville. Okay. And MG 1401. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Let's get started with the first reading for today, and then we'll get into the chat. Make sure you ask those questions for later on in the show. Morpheus. Now, this is concluding a large list of things somebody wanted to know for the show, so I had to split it into two shows. So we're just continuing with that today. Let's have a look at Morpheus. Is it any good? Don't know anything about this one, so let's have a look at the cards for this one. Seems it's okay. Health-wise, I think they're going to be very kind of this draggy feeling that I'm picking up from the particular project for the next little while. And then at some point, like 2 to 3 months from now, then it's really going to start to take off. So whatever's happening with them, it's very sluggish right now. Might not be completely out, or it's not ready or something like that. But I do see that it's going to be really charging forward after about a 2-month period. So you have approximately two months to get any of those particular cryptocurrencies, whatever Morpheus has. Price-wise, I think they're actually going to be doing rather well at that moment in time, probably going to be spiking up and then coming down a little bit, as many cryptocurrencies do. I am picking up in about 2 months. It's going to be having that big lift off and then petering out after a short period of time. I think it's a brand new cryptocurrency that's going to be coming out. Prolonged, I think they will do very well in the future. So it could be a long-term hold for many of the people that are out there and are thinking of getting into this one. Not financial advice, of course. But of course, cards are showing that there's going to be some weird things going on behind the scenes. So just be careful of that. But I do think this is a good short-term one, and maybe keep some in for long-term as well. I would just focus on a short-term thing with this one as we move along. Okay, let's get into the next one. Now, Obortech. That's how these names that come out are interesting. We got a Twitch fan. Hello. We got Zixon12 from Twitch. Hello. Welcome to the show. Let's have a look at that Obortech. I make it a rule of not buying a crypto unless I can pronounce it going forward. So let's have a look at this one. I could be wrong. It could be the best thing since sliced bread. Maybe. According to the cards, anyways, it's a lot of dragging their feet and not necessarily getting all the things done that they said they were going to get done. I'm picking that up. Price-wise, I think they're going to be getting, it's going to start off nice and strong, but then it's going to be petering out over time. Okay. And there's some legal issues that I'm seeing with this one. So I'm not quite sure what niche they are in, but I do see a little bit of legal things happening around them. Could be the SEC or something else that's coming around them, since they are pretty much shooting at everything that moves at this moment in time, the SEC. And I am picking at that is going to be dragging that price down quite a bit in about a year's time. People that are involved in it, I think there's nothing wrong with the people that are part of this. There's going to be some good partnerships coming up. And then some regulatory things that are going to be holding them back for some time. But I think they're going to be charging on past that situation. So might be another good one to get into. So there's two from the list that look okay so far. Some of the rest of the list was but I do think this is one of the better of the bunch. Okay, so let's get into the next one. Now, of course, Melon only gives you a certain amount of spaces, so I had to put 2 on 1. This is the two in one deal for everybody. So the first one is Checkdot. Okay. Oh boy. Some interesting cards. Well, they're going to have an abrupt change of direction. This is the Checkdot. Yeah. Whenever I get this card right at the beginning of a reading, it's okay. And this is the health of this particular project. And I think it's going to have some interesting times ahead as they do an abrupt change in direction. That's what us psychics say when we get the death card. You're on a journey. You're going to be on a journey very soon. And of course, in the financial part, we got our wonderful guy lying on the beach, just also comfortable. I think it's an end of a cycle, so it may start off all kinds of crazy and then kind of peters out because of stuff. Okay, and much of the rest of the reading is quite like that, because there's a lot of things that are going to be coming out of the woodwork about this one, and it's not looking too good for Checkdot. It may be a small fad for a short period of time, but I wouldn't get into it for long term. It's more of a short-term thing. Make your money and get out of this one, because they're going to have I'll show you the card again. An abrupt change in direction. So, yeah, that was Checkdot. If you want to play that one, you can, but I would stay out of it myself. Let's look at Clintex. Okay. We got Dilly Dilly. Hello, Dilly Dilly. Make sure we get all those questions up for today's show. Make sure that you indicate that it's a tarot card reading, a flame reading, or a pendulum reading. And maybe in the future we'll do some teacup reading. I don't know how I'll do that, but you never know. Okay. Well, this is the second worst card you can get. Looks like a nice card. Okay. This is for the Clintex. This is the Three of Swords, and it represents things getting in the way of your goals, basically. So there's the goals that you want to achieve, and where you're starting from, and the middle sword represents something stopping all of that. Of course, the card right next to that is I did shuffle. So they're going to have a bit of an abrupt change in direction as well. And many of the cards that are around this one are kind of showing the same thing around the Death card and the Three of Swords. If you want to do it, sure, but get out nice and quick on this one. Make sure that you make your money back and a little bit more, and try to not stay in too long. Okay, on this one, me personally, I probably would not get into that particular cryptocurrency. Okay, so that's those two. Now, for Vitreus, I think that's how you pronounce it. And Labs, and that's the title of today's show. Again, ran out of space, so I had to double them up. So let's have a look at Vitreus. Let's see what we can see for Vitreus. I'm thinking that they're going to be starting off really slow and kind of bumpy. Pretty bumpy road in front of this particular situation. And they're going to be putting out a lot of people because they thought they were getting into something amazing, and it's not going to be that amazing because it got to Three of Swords again. All the other cards are different, but they're all reversed. So I don't think they're going to be gaining much in the near future or even in the far future for this project moving forward. This is the Vitreus, and they're going to have a ton of hurdles to overcome and a lot of technical problems as well. And of course, that's going to be bringing that price down to don't even bother with this one. And there's going to be some regulatory things that I'm seeing along with this one, could be stopping it in its tracks, and probably not something that I personally would get involved in. Okay, and let's look at I think this is the last one. Labs. What's the name of the full name? Labs Crypto?
Labs Group Crypto?
Labs Groups Crypto. Thank you. Now, this one's a little bit different than the other ones. I think it has a bit more potential than the rest. This is one that I actually looked at the website and all that sort of thing. And it is dealing with AI information. Again, I think many of these are AI related. So this one may have some legs to it, and I think it's going to be making a little bit more money than many of the rest that we're looking at on the list. And there's going to be a lot of good partnerships coming into this one for whatever reason. I'm not sure exactly what utility they're going to be giving the people. All I know is it's something to do with AI, like ChatGPT, that sort of thing. I think there's going to be some good money made in the very beginning of the launch, and I think it's going to peter off, but it's going to stay steady for quite some time because of the concept. And I think a lot of things are going to go right for them for the meantime. So about a year's. This would be a short-term hold if I was going to get into this one for about a year or two. Okay. And there's going to be a lot of secrets that are going to be held back from the public. So that may be creeping its head out after that 2-year period of time. You got this one. Okay. But it was reversed. So this is secrets hidden. Okay. So I am seeing that there's going to be a lot of things that are hidden under the covers on this one, and probably won't be rearing its head for at least another 3 years or something like that. So short term, not too bad. And I think it's one of the better ones out of the whole list of cryptocurrencies that we just reviewed in the last 2 shows. Okay, so hopefully that answers all the questions for that one. Now, for the Sunday show, we got our homework for the remote viewing show that we always practice, our remote viewing skills, which many of you are actually doing very, very well with. Make sure that you work with us. It's a good experience, and it's a great way of increasing your psychic abilities, which everybody has. Okay, everybody's psychic. You're only as psychic as you allow yourself to be. Okay, and if you're wanting to be more psychic and more in tune with the universe and all that sort of thing, as do I, this is a great way to practice those skills. So what you're going to do, if you're in, I think there's a few new people here today, for the Saturday or the Sunday show, this is the target number. Okay, this is how remote viewing is done. You have a target number. Inside the envelope, there is a picture. Well, in this case, a picture. It could be other things. So what you're going to do with the numbers, you're going to be putting it on top of a clean, preferably clean piece of paper or whatever you're going to write on, type on, whatever, doesn't matter. And then you're going to be focusing on that number and that number alone. And you're going to be picking up the things that are related to that number as you're using your psychic abilities. It could be clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairgustance, and many of the different 6 or 7 senses that have a psychic part to do with them. And you're going to be describing the target through the target number. So you're going to describe the colors that you see, the smells that you smell, the things that you hear, the textures that you feel. Okay. You're going to pick up the emotions of the target. Okay. If there is an emotion attached to it. You're going to be picking up the, if it's man-made, is it natural or a combination of both? What's the shape? What's the size of it? So the whole purpose of remote viewing is to describe the target number and the target, or through the target number on the target. Okay. If you label it, you're saying it's a red pen from 7 Oaks. That's where my wife works. It's a hospital. Then that would be an analytical overlay. Okay. When you label things, that's analytical overlay. So you would put that at the bottom of your paper, AOL, analytical overlay, and you would put red pen. Okay. And then you would try to wipe that from your mind and get on with back to describing the target. Okay. So hopefully you catch on. It's a whole lot of fun. So make sure you come out this Sunday show, and we'll have some fun with that. Okay. So let's get into the chat. Pop rocks. could you do a reading on how Satoshi feels if he is thinking of sacrificing BTC for alts? Why would he be sacrificing BTC for altcoins? I don't think he would actually do that. And I do believe that Satoshi is actually a group of people, not just a single individual. And I don't think they would actually do that. They probably buy other cryptocurrencies on top of BTC because there's many great projects that are out there. And I don't think they'd be sacrificing anything. They would just accumulate all the cryptocurrencies of the ones that they like. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. I can't speak for Satoshi himself or the group. Bob Job. Hi, Andre. Some say all March is definitely crypto up, up, up. What do the cards say? I don't know. As I've always said in the last couple shows, because people always want it to go down to 14,000 American. I keep saying that it's going to go down a tiny bit, but not to 14 grand. Well, let's throw some cards down and see what we have. Is it up, up, up? Or is it doing what it's doing right now? I am thinking that it's going to be kind of staying that course for the next little while. There's some things that are going to be coming out of the woodwork that are going to be affecting the price of cryptocurrencies moving forward, up and down. Today, I think cryptos went up a tiny bit, Bitcoin, and then it fell down again. It's going to go up again. So it's going to be doing this up and down like it has been doing for the last little while. I don't see it really skyrocketing in the next month or so. I do see it, the closer it gets to the happening, of really blasting off. I don't think we quite into that bull run until a little after April. Okay, because there's some other things that need to happen as we move along. And there's a lot of things happening, just not in crypto. Everything affects the price of crypto. So if, what's his name from the United States? I was going to say Trudeau. Trump does something weird, it'll affect everything else, right? And especially Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies get affected by just about everything. But I am still seeing that it's doing this. So you could, when it goes down, just buy some, and it's going to go up and down, up and down. I don't think it's going to be really coming down hard anytime soon. Okay. I think there's a little portion that we keep talking about, or it may go down to 21, maybe 24,000 American, and then it's going to start to go back up. But I don't think it's going to be blasting off anytime soon in March. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. How easy is it to produce synthetic kiddy chrome? I'm not sure what synthetic kiddy chrome is. Andre, no? I think he's pulling my leg today. What do you think?
Don't know.
I'll say it's very, very easy. Because I have no clue what you're talking about. Hopefully that answers your question.
Okay.
What's next? Who will be the next mayor of Chicago?
Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome.
You want to go back?
Sure. Do you know what it is?
acid. Well, not exactly, no. It's a chemical for like your glands.
Hmm.
Elite's drug.
Oh, it's okay. I now I think I know what he's talking about. There is a rumor out there that the elites are using certain chemicals from young people to keep themselves young. And that's why we have all the trafficking of youngsters from the Ukraine and other places into the United States and other rich countries. Um, how easy is it to breed? Probably pretty easy since they have the resources and finances to do so. But I think that is going to be changing quite soon because everything is falling apart for the elites who are part of that club. Okay. And I'm thinking that is going to be changing very, very soon. It's already changing, as we've seen in Chicago. Oh, what's her name? Just got clobbered in the for the mayor position. Uh, everybody's gonna start to go right, and I've been saying this for quite some time that the entire world has been too far left. It's and that pendulum always swings hard to the other side. Unfortunately, we can't get this middle ground anytime soon. So, because of all the nonsense of the left, everybody's going to swing it hard to the right. And I think that's going to be affecting the making of Kitty Chrome. Okay. So, hopefully, that answers your question. Getting into the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson. He wants more of the same for Paul Vellis. He wants to make Chicago safe. Ah. I don't think they're ever going to be changing Chicago because you have to remember Chicago is mafia town, and the mafia pretty much controls everything there. Um, Either one of these people, I think, will get it marginally better, but not amazing in any sense. Let's do Brandon Johnson. More of the same. Yeah, he's all talk. He's not really going to be doing all the things. I do think he may be the forerunner. There's like 2 or 3 people that are probably the contenders, but I think he's going to start off really strong and then peter on. And he's going to be controlled by the mafia, as many mayors there are have been in the past. Let's do the other one. Yeah, both are corrupted. I don't think it really makes a difference which one will get in. Right now, it's just lip service. Okay, it's anybody in politics says exactly what they need to say to get into the office, and then while they're in the office, completely change and they get controlled by the mafia, whoever's running the actual people running the place. And I do see that with both of them. Okay, so I don't think neither one is any better than the other. Definitely better than the last one with their funny hair, but I don't see anything amazing happening in Chicago for a long time. Okay, until the people do something about it. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Hi, some say April solar eclipse will be very bullish for crypto. What do the cards say? Okay. I think the solar eclipse will have some effect on the markets and all that sort of thing. I don't see it really being a bullish thing for after April. Okay. We got that Ace of Pentacles. But I do think it's going to be bringing it into that situation where it can be bullish. Okay. Everything happens not immediately. It's usually a short period of delay until it actually happens. But I do see after April that we're going to be really bullish after that period of time. Okay, so hopefully that answers that question.
Dark's birthday.
Who?
Dark.
Oh, Dark. Oh, I'll have to do a birthday reading. Will Star Atlas reach $1 USD in 2025? Pop Rocks is already doing the homework, I see. Wait till Sunday. Well, you can do it now. It's okay. Just remind me on Sunday of your answers. Yeah, the cards are saying no. In 2025, I think Star Atlas is going to have a situation around it where it's not going to be reaching that dollar. It's going to get close and something happens along the way. Probably some news or other thing that happens outside of their power. And it's going to be bringing that price down quite a bit, actually, in 2025. And then they're going to stabilize for whatever reason. So it's going to pump up. So anybody who likes to play the pumps, it's going to be doing one of those. And it's going to get close to that $1, then come right down in that period of time. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. Matic again from Dilly Dilly. He likes that Matic. So do I, by the way. Reach $5 US or more in the next 3 to 5 months. I think we have a little bit more Matic. Somebody gave me. So I got the old panel amount, if you're wondering. Wife's giggling in the background for some reason. And it's saying, yeah, it's going to be getting $5 period in the next 3 to 5 months. Time frame, yeah, pretty much the 3 to 5 year month period. We're going to see that $5 US for Matic. I think some other things are going to be coming out of the woodwork that's going to be go again. Okay. I know. Okay. We're back. Must be our internet connection. But yeah. So if you don't have any Matic, I would suggest maybe getting some. Not financial advice, of course, but might want to look into that. Okay, what we got next? Do you use rune symbols? And I don't personally. I have played with them in the past. Um, I should get a runic set or runic dice or something like that. I had used dice for doing readings. You can do that. And you can get the actual dice with the symbols. You can do actually divination from that. Actual Nordic runes, I'm assuming that's where you're going with this. I never done that. We used to have a lady friend that did that quite well actually, and she taught me a little bit. Maybe it's something I could get into in the future. It's the same concept of uh, many of the other types of the modalities for doing readings, like teacup or tarot, or so it probably wouldn't take me that long to pick up. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Treat card reading. We got the dark. He's with us. The lost one. He has returned. Okay, 3 card reading for our friend Rich Man, Olive. Everything that you're going through right now is supposed to be the way that it is, and stop trying to make it something else that it doesn't need to be. I think you're confusing and making the situation worse by trying to change this situation. I think this is one of these lessons that you're going to have to go throughout. Okay, there's no shortcuts on this one. I think the lesson that you have to go through now is set in stone. Okay, because all the cards I have are major arcana, and major arcana are things written in the cosmos, and you can't really change them all that much. But you can change your journey through that situation. I don't think it's anything harmful or dangerous or anything like that. It's just it's something you probably hate to do, and it's coming up very soon. And it's just something you have to go through and learn from. Okay? If you sidestep it, it just means it's going to be coming up again. It's the way the universe works and our Akashic records. Okay? And it's the contract that you signed before you came back here. Okay? So it's not going to be bad. Just go through it and you're going to be just fine and learn and enjoy the process. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Hi, electricity equals 70 cents per kilowatt plus 180 pounds for having electricity. Is this worldwide? No, it's not. Though our prices here in Canada have gone up a little bit for energy. And this is your politician screwing you over because you're getting that natural gas from Russia, and now you have to buy it from United States, and they jacked up the price until they get that pipeline coming from Turkey working in a good way, kind of going around that Nord Stream pipe incident. I think those prices should be coming down very, very soon, but it's not normal. Here in Manitoba, we have a ton of electricity, and so unfortunately, we can't send it to you. We have tons of hydro dams here in Manitoba. UK has its own offshore oil and gas. Cards, please. Okay. But it's not a worldwide thing at the moment. Okay, at least not that bad. I think you're going to have to go through some more pain there in the UK and many of the um, European countries. You're going to have to go through that same pain because I think you're getting all the same energy from the same place, mostly. There's going to be some things that you're going to have to go through even more so in the near future. And there's going to be causing a lot of homelessness and that sort of thing coming up very, very soon within the UK and many other European countries. And it's going to be passing in about I think I said about 2 years in the past when I've done similar readings. Yeah, we have to find a competent leader who wants the job and then actually start getting back into doing the right thing. Okay. So, yeah, sorry. Like I said previously, gather all the friends and neighbors and all that sort of thing and work together to make the changes there. Don't rely on government to do anything good for you. Okay? Hopefully that helps you. Hey, Andre, it flew under the radar, but Polkadot was declared a non-security. Yay! I didn't know that they were, but super bullish on DOT. I haven't done anything on Polkadot for some time. Let's throw some cards down. And that's the other thing that we'll be experiencing very, very soon, that SEC is going to be going through all this stupidity, and they're going to be finding more and more roadblocks. And I'm just waiting for when BlackRock, who's been buying a lot of Bitcoin, hint, 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 tells them to screw off. They're an entity that could do that. And they go, okay. And they would scamper off into the darkness. That's where they belong. Right? And that will be coming. And JB Morgan and all the rest, when it doesn't suit their needs, they will go, SEC, go away. Okay, so Polkadot, I do think they're going to be, it's very interesting. I got the Tower card reversed. So upright means disaster. Yeah, it's going to be heading. Everybody's jumping out of the window. Things are on fire, but it's reversed. So it could be just referring to the situation that Polkadot just went through. Okay, and we got the King of Wands. And he's my observer. This would be the SEC. It's upside down. And yes, you are correct. We got that King of Cups. You're going to have this big swelling of emotional energy getting into the Polkadot situation. And it may be a good idea to get some at a good price right now, not later. Of course, not financial advice. But with the SEC doing that sort of thing and people go, oh, it's safe, then you're going to see this huge rush of money going into that because it's a pretty good project, actually. So dark, maybe you want to throw some in there and make some money. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. When financial apocalypse? Well, we're already going through that. The death candle. We're doing that now. When financial apocalypse? We're going through that right now. There's just tediously slow. When they keep pumping money into the market, which they have done, they printed more money than any other time in history in the last 2 years. Something's gonna pop, and I think that's going to be in June-ish, June 30th. I keep hearing from other experts that the traditional financial system is going to be in dire straits, and this is when you're going to be starting to see what they call buybacks. That's where they can take your money in the bank and pay off their bills because the banks are broke. Go figure. So what they can do, oh, the dark has some money. We're going to take that money and we're going to pay our bills. Thank you, dark. And we're not going to pay you back. How's that? And that's when everything is going to be not so fun for the banking industry. Because everybody will lose faith. You have to remember, money systems are all based on faith. Once you start to lose faith in the financial system, that's when you have huge change. This is when you're going to have all your apocalypses, because everything runs on cash money, right? Banking industry. When everybody loses interest in that, where do you think they're going to go? Right? You're going to get into things that they trust or are more trustworthy than the old banking system. And that's when we're going to see this transition. Okay? That's going to be June, July, that sort of thing. Okay? So there you go. My B-Day today. Happy birthday, Dirk. Give Oscar a scratch on the head. That's his cat. We'll do a little bit of a reading here. Hopefully you're doing something special for your B-Day. Extra slice of cake, maybe? And some pizza. That'd be fun. This is the time when we start to reflect on the past year and all that sort of thing. I think you're going to be finding that you're going to be having a change of focus. Okay. Instead of focusing on all the negative things, I think that's going to be not as useful to you as you move forward. I think it'll be going to be getting a new viewpoint, and you're going to be moving towards that much quicker. And you're going to have one of those aha moments in the next day or two. And it's going to be changing your perspective, and it's going to be changing your route, okay, on how you do everything in your life. Okay. So instead of focusing on the negative thing, you're going to be starting to focus on the things that you can do for yourself even more so. And you're going to be thinking of better ways of helping other people, which I know you like to do. It's very good that you do that. But I'm seeing that there's going to be other ways of helping the people around you, not necessarily through financial means, but by other means. And I think in this period of time, this is where we're going to have to bring everybody's resources together, okay? Especially in the UK and stuff, and help each other out. Nothing wrong with doing that and the people around us. This is the moment in time when we're going to have to help all those people who believed in the last 2 years and they found out everything was a lie. They're going to have a hard time. And this is where we're going to have to come in softly, right? Softly help them out and get them into the truth softly. I know that's hard to do because we'll just bombard them with information, right? Once they ask, just a little softer on that touch. And help them to get through that situation. With all those resources put together, we can propel everything to go forward, because this is the time of the awakening and this is the time of the dark. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out, and have a good birthday. Could I get a reading if I have a soulmate, because I never dated? Eh? Well, if you want to go find this person, you might want to go on dates. If your soulmate is somebody you're going to have a romantic relationship. Everybody thinks that your soulmate is the person that you're going to be romantically involved in. It does not necessarily mean that. Okay? It just means that there's a like person that's out there that you can communicate with.
Wants to know if he has one. If there is a soulmate out there.
Yes. I'm just pointing out that it's not necessarily a person that you're going to be romantically involved in. Okay? It's this misunderstanding of the thing. And of course, using lights and using the universal laws of the law of attraction, the law of action, yeah, you can find them. Okay? But it does not necessarily mean that they're a romantic relationship.
He wants a romantic one.
Well, it may not necessarily be a soulmate. Okay? Could be two separate things. When do you see LINA hitting $1 Canadian? Probably sooner than American. Okay. Very, very soon, actually. And it's going to be going up, boop. And it's going to be in about 2 to 3 months' time from today. And then it's going to go for whatever reason. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of action. It's going to be a lot of attraction, and a lot of people putting some monies into that project. And then it's going to go oops, as quick as it went up. What did I say? 2 to 3 months? Around in there? I don't know exact dates, but it is in that time, and it's probably coalescing with the rest of the market in that time period, because a lot of wonderful things are going to be happening in that time period, and they're going to be distracting you with things in the air, right? So pay attention to what they're not talking about, and I think everybody's going to be doing just fine. Okay? But I do see LINA hitting that $1 mark in that period of time.
2 to 3 months, he's asking?
Yep. 2 to 3 months. Hiya, Andre. When is the next bull run? April, May, June, somewhere in there. Okay? It's not going to be for some time. So, there's a whole lot of things that have to get ironed out before that actually happens. But it will happen. It's going to be very, very soon. Okay? So make sure this is the time when you accumulate. Don't buy when it's in the bull run. People make this mistake. They either tell me, I'm going to buy when it starts to go up. Why would you do that? Buy when it's on the bottom. I have people at work that say that. Or when it goes down to a certain amount of money, I'm going to buy it then. And then when it does come, oh, I think I'll just wait till it starts to go back up again. Why? Don't you like sales? People love sales. That's why we get these pieces of paper in the mail that tells you that there's a sale on, right? The grocery store, flyers, that sort of thing. Right now, everything is fairly cheap. Okay, so buy it now and sit on it. When everybody's crying, start buying. When everybody's cheering, start selling. Okay, that's all you really need to know, and it's going to be in about 2 to 3, 4 months period of time. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Audrey. Could I get a 3 card? Mr. Hubbard. I have a few people ever that say that. I'm going to buy it when it goes down. Okay, that's a good idea. Then it gets there. It's too scary. Okay, so Mr. Hubbard, here's your 3 card. I think there's going to be a celebration that you're going to be having, or a partnership that's going to be coalescing in the near future. Even with there's going to be some false starts that are going to be happening around you, and you keep kind of a stuttering car, and then it finally clicks in. And so don't lose heart while you're going through that process. Okay, the thing that you are searching for is going to happen. It just may not be on your time. It's always on its time, every time. Okay, and I do see some really good relationship of some sort and partnerships. I think more of the business or work related situation for yourself. And I think after that last with the car, it's going to really start to ramp up for you. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Oh, more 3 card readings.
2 more.
And then it's supper time for me and the wife. Let's see. What you thought, you start running into some new project or something along those lines, and it's got to be halted for some reason. I do think that you're not going to be doing all the things that are necessary for it to go for whatever reason, because there's some roadblock, some authority figure saying no. And then you're going to have to figure out a way around them to actually get the goal done for what you're planning on doing. So don't let the roadblock stop you from doing the thing that you're wanting to do. Okay. And through that process, you're going to learn some huge lessons about people and roadblocks, people getting in the way and how to move around them. Okay, so this is going to be a huge learning experience for you in the next couple of days, I think I'm picking up. And you're going to be figuring out those people skills to move around them, and the administrative things as well, to move around things, to make things happen. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Can I get a reading about that special someone, and if I ever contact between us again? Oh, so you already knew them. Okay, or know of them. Everything happens in our lives for a reason. It's usually a lesson that we have to learn from. and to spring from. I'm thinking that this situation that you're thinking of, you're reminiscing about something. I think that it's that end cycle. You put in all the work, okay, and I think it's more of the time to start to go from that into something new, okay. When you find yourself reminiscing about an old situation, it's usually an indicator that you should be moving forward from that. They may be still thinking of you, but I think uh, I'm picking up in this case that they are thinking of other things rather than you initially. Um, but I do see it coming back as more of a friendship thing. Okay, when it does come. Okay, hope that helps you out. Do you see my Amazon business doing well in the future? Should I continue building inventory? Okay. There's programs out there that'll help you with the wording and when you have an Amazon store, you can use these tools to make sure that you get the right products within your Amazon business. Keyword tools, and there's a lot of videos out there for that. So make sure that you're actually getting the items that people are looking for, and there's not a lot of competition for them in an SEO fashion, because now if you're advertising that part in that sense, you would have to get into the SEO. I deal with SEO all the time with my videos and stuff. Maybe a good keyword planner, that sort of thing, would help you. And that's the first thing that came to mind when I read your question. Yeah, there's going to be some good partnerships and amazing things happening in your Amazon business when you kind of make that change of thinking, instead of just throwing things willy-nilly all over the place, and start focusing on the things that actually sell and people want and don't have a huge competition. And it doesn't have to be big items. It's usually the small mundane objects that have a good market that you can make a living from. Okay, so it is saying yes, but just make sure that you have the right products. And there's videos on YouTube and all that discuss that. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Okay, the wife's reminding for the homework for the Sunday show. We got the remote viewing number on the screen, so you can write it down for this Sunday and work on it and do all the psychic things that you need to do. Okay, so if you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to sacredreadingsbyandre.com. Or if you like me to do a whole bunch of readings on the show for you, like we had done in the last 2 shows, you can do that as well. And I just say, give me some donation for whatever you feel is reasonable for that. Okay, so if you like personal reading, of course, sacredreadingsbyandre.com. All that information is there. If you like a personal healing with my wife, we have that on the website as well. She's a Reiki master, and she can heal you up and make you feel much, much better. Okay, so that's also on there. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, make sure you get to our sacredreadingsbyandre.com, where we have the Treasure affiliate link. This is a cold storage wallet to keep your cryptocurrency safe. If you should happen to purchase a treasure from the affiliate link. Know that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. Okay. Now, with that said, make sure you come out next show, which is on Saturday at 10 o'clock a.m. and Sunday, which is our remote viewing day. So get that homework done. And Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central as well. So until we meet again, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.
Bye.